And I'm just effing with you, Kate. I saw how many people were trying to get you to pay for something on chat while live. Hey! Hey, I noticed you're a new streamer. Would you like to come check out my content? I can help you with the stream overlay there. Hey, would you consider, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nestman is coming in with the awesome people.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got stagens. How? We got stage minis coming. Thank you for that follow. What were you working on? I was following a little bit tonight. Howdy. Howdy.
Someone just followed. Who is that? Grave Paints.
Welcome in, Grave Paints. I am just now getting started. So, we have the most amazing color wheel up there, which we do a little this, 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 and I get a little puddle over here. I am told, for the record, apparently I've made some eldritch god happy at one point in its life because I keep my wet palette extremely clean tonight. Or somehow. But welcome in. What we're going to work on tonight. I shift around what I'm working on all the time. I'm never working on the same thing, depending on the stream. Tonight is my Mix It Up Monday, in which we mix all of our own colors. So, we have this little Chibi Bones guy from Chimera. And the only colors that are on my palette are black, blue, red oxide, yellow oxide, and white. I switched to the yellow and the oxides just to see how I can desaturate values and see how desaturation would interplay and mix in the colors. This! Well, look who's here! I haven't seen you in a while, my Deutsch friend. And for those on my side that have not, okay. Give Stage Nest some minis a follow. It'd be much appreciated. They're always free. And when it comes off cooldown, we'll give Teus a follow as well, because he's a lot of fun to watch stream as well. I've been meaning to move that fan. 1 second. And I cannot do it right now because it's on cooldown. Our young, adventurous Habula Skies is in chat. She is also looking to make an affiliate status and would be very appreciative if you could give her a follow. She does play Pokemon-like games, cozy games, and does paint with myself and Layden every so often. You have a great stream. Be well, be safe, and enjoy, and thank you for that raid. I need something else really quick. I need what I was struggling with last time was my non-metallic. I am doing so for tonight, all I'm working with is black, blue, red, yellow, and white. And I'm painting all of the own colors and mixing all of my own colors for this figure. So I'm trying to work on my golden trim. So at one point I got the gold to look like that from these colors. And I was like, oh, I like that gold. I don't like the gold that was coming out on the shoulder pads. And on the back piece here, it was not becoming the same. And I need to get the trim up as well. But the problem is that because I don't have violet on my palette, sometimes I struggle getting a consistent mix. So to get our violet, we take our blue, we take our red, and we mix the two together. What is it like? It's like a cozy 3D um 3D Stardew Valley? I'm confused by what it is. Uh I could do better. The point is to learn kind of the mixing of colors and understanding the relationship and how to mix up my colors between different things. So a lot of different variations of colors come from, if I just take out of the bottle, I was struggling a lot with my non-metallic metal. That's what I wasn't liking about it. The reason why I chose these colors is because I was curious to see how the desaturation of oxide would work versus not. So it's not this one. Is it this one? It's not that one. For you. So that's red, pure red. That's a red oxide, and that's an MSP red oxide. The color and the saturation of how that red works. Yep. So I'm using Chimera's single pigment range a lot because I was growing frustrated with other paints. It is literally the red from Chimera. So it's an amazing red that when you're painting different things like so this Pilgrim with single pigments as well. And using a lot of the same colors. It's kind of hard to see right now because I need to. But it was red, all kinds of single pigments. I had a slightly different palette when I was doing it. But my satyrs right there were using that red. You can see how much of it really jumps out at you. Along with that guy. This lady as well. So I grab like royal purple from Pro Acryl. It's a nice purple. It's a beautiful purple. I use it, but what ends up happening is that a lot of white gets added or black gets added and it desaturates the paint. And that's what we refer to as color. So that's kind of why I do what I do with this one. I can do a number of things. It's just For me, it's where I want my joy to be. Come on. Wow. Camera, we can figure out how to use you tonight. I promise we'll figure it out eventually on stream. That's a good way of doing it too. Also, um, learning the order in which to mix your paints is really helpful as well. But if you guys have not, yay! On the next cooldown, it'll be you. Okay. Um, Lovely Deutsch streamer. Streams early in the mornings, more frequently. So when you're having your coffee and stuff, you can pop in and give them a hello. You're welcome. Uh, well, yeah. For me, I always catch you in the mornings and usually hang out with you when I'm having my coffee. It's gonna be one of those days because I forgot to start the app. Push people. I struggle with color balance sometimes. It drives me up Z-Wells. See, Hayden, the song it follows me all the time. Another bone matter that have made it to the base. Bum, bum. Could use a bigger brush. I hope everybody's Monday's been good. Cool down timer was gone. Give the adorable Havila Scott a follow. She will paint every so often. She plays the cozy games. And she has a really cool dog that if you tease it enough, will start to howl back at you. No, man, a man. Welcome in. How are you doing? I too am alive. Did my walk, made my rice and chicken this morning for lunch today, so I'm feeling pretty good. For later, I have some of that beautiful froyo. It's always good to be co-hobbying. It's always a fun piece of this hobby. I frequently do the body doubling thing during the days when I'm working. I find it helps me be productive. And look over and see at the amazing art that some people are making. But it's been a decent Monday. So definitely been there. King Dixon Balls. Welcome in, sweetheart. How are you? What the more greeny green? Doing better now that you're here. Doing better now that you're here. Facts only. Facts. No printers. Only facts. Uh, do we need AI to make a spoof of that song for you? And instead of it being no trouble or All about the facts. No printers. I am immortal. You cannot avoid me. I can't remember what I was listening to, but or some song. Me and an ex were traveling somewhere, and I can't remember what it was. But we were listening to the radio, and all of a sudden Megan Trainor comes on, and she goes, "Megan Trainor, what are you doing? Get out of my song!" Because at the time that song was everywhere, and she was collaborating with everybody on that at the time. Be safe, no mana. Be safe. Make up my 50 shades of brown using red and blue. I'm mixing a little bit of yellow. I'll highlight it up. That's really what the joy of this exercise is finding ways to bring up your colors. Adding value without using white to desaturate left or right up the color wheel. It is going to be his last night, though. That's for damn sure, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, it's probably a wise thing. I have learned what I don't like about this challenge sometimes. Oh. I was talking with Grave earlier, and we were talking about single pigment paints. So for this round, specifically this figure, I love the figure. Great sculpt, nothing wrong with it. I made weird decisions when I picked out the colors of red oxide and yellow oxide, thinking that it would be easy to work with them, or it could help. Because that's the one thing about like the Chimera range is that you don't have one singularly good yellow. You only have warm yellow, cold yellow, oxide yellow, and it's just keeping to these. That's what's really messed with my brain on the golden non-metallic pieces. Like it's really hard to get like a violet to populate correctly, and then I can't use a yellow to shift left and right and make my brown the way that I want. So I might reintroduce pure violet back into my mix and just cheat that way just to have it. I'm finding it's a lot better for me anyway. Because like on this figure here, I'll cheat. I don't give a call me a cheater all you want. So like on this figure here, her skin tone is like violetly blue. I've got like a really nice cloak going, and like all of that's there. It's just this red isn't jiving for me on her crown and stuff. And then the skin tone, I want to change it completely. But the base, is fine. It's just I wasn't enjoying the way that it was working out on her. So I kind of want something a little easier to work with, just on smaller bits. I mean, the real joy of the exercise is learning what you can and can't add to make what you want, rather than it be something you don't want. So if I gotta cheat, I'll cheat. I don't really care. It's about what makes us happy, right? We just call it life hack. Painting hack with Painty. Yeah. I mean, I am happy with what I'm putting out. I'm learning what I don't like when trying to work with those oxide colors. I know I can do better, and it's just, I feel like I'm limited by that choice. We'll do another piece again in the future, but won't be happening right now. Because actually, you can kind of see it on my card. I did get it to work out the way I wanted it to, but getting to replicate it has always been a challenge. And that's what's driving me up the walls a little bit. Because it's that purple tone. So if you take oxide and black a little bit, you can get your purple going. Just a little bit of blue. And you mix in your oxide. And you mix in more of your oxide, and you get to the color that I'm looking for. Son of a biscuit. This is why we have people around. Why we have people around. That's why I enjoy streaming anyway. Talk it out. That's the other secret of the oxides that I forgot. Essentially, you have to add black to it. Or adding black doesn't necessarily just desaturate your value. If that's the correct word. But I'm always happy while I'm painting. Sometimes I stress myself out over my own decisions. And that's what causes me to go, oh, it's time to do something different today. Because you can see how much red brown that is. Yeah, and that's part of what it is, Grave. You can paint over it. It's just paint. Ain't no harm in it. Biscuit, where did he go? Ah, that drives me crazy. I can't not find him. Where did he go? Sorry, I was looking for something. Life fix I want. Let me finish. 24. Is it 23? No, it's 22. Okay. I do not have a good photo of him. Give me 1 second. Um, so, all right. There's the difference in a globe of paint. Same figure. I don't know where he went, but the general scheme and idea was there. I have two of them in my house. I just forgot where the other one went, or I can't find them on my shelf right now. It's kind of disturbing for me. I kind of hope she didn't. He should be on my shelf. I just. You know, those are all valid possibilities. I have them all mounted on a shelf behind me, but I just cannot. I want to finish organizing it so I can make a short and show the different ages of me painting. Because I always think that's kind of neat to see where you've been and what you've done, kind of deal. I just every time I get free time on the weekends, I'm usually busy running around doing something, or I take a nap. So. Mm-hmm. Um. So I started painting in 2019, Grave. So 2019 to 2020 now, essentially. Um, I try to keep active and constantly painting different stuff. I find it to be very helpful. Tonight is Mix It Up Monday. Or Wednesday will be Board Game Wednesday, in which we paint board game figures. So I need to finish the Jar of Alexander and just do the red up here and stop being a pussy about it. I haven't finished it yet. We have the Wretch from Elden Ring. We have the Warrior from Elden Ring that I started. I was going to do blue robes and kind of have some fun with browns. He is the best boy. But I mean, he's looking pretty good. I don't know if he's color accurate to the screen, but he is. I like him. I like my pup boy. I think he's kind of cool. I just need to get his red seal squared away correctly and looking good. Um, I have Blade, Blythe, yeah, Blade. And then we also have our last best minion ever from Borderlands. Oh, he's one of the most interesting quest lines in Elden Ring, for sure. If someone says they didn't like that quest line, I'm like, who hurt you? Point to me on the jar where someone hurt you, because that quest line was one of the most beautiful lines ever known. Like, Alexander's such a sweetheart. Where he was at after the festival was hanging out in the lava next to Volcano Manor, right? Is where he ended up after the festival, or was there another location? Because I know at one point he considered going back to Jarburg. But I don't think he ended up in Jar. I don't think that's. I think he found him that way before the festival, and it wasn't a required stop to catch him at kind of deal. Or was it after the festival? Yep. Yeah. That's. I remember he was. There is an odd time you could find him outside of Jarburg, where he talked about it if you were roaming the lands correctly. But it was not a requirement for him to be there ever. Because the Delios quest line took you to Jarburg eventually. Or Deos, or whatever his name was. After Volcano Manor. And then once you found him in Volcano, was the next place he popped up was after the Earth Tree burned? FYI, spoilers. If you don't know, the Earth Tree burns. I can't help you. Because I want to say you don't find him until the Crumbling Pharaoh Azula after that, in which he wants to test his might. Yeah. Because I don't remember him being at a different location. Because it was after he steeled himself in the fires of the Volcano Manor. You don't really get a chance to see him again because he doesn't go to the capital. Or I don't remember him in the capital at all. Because I think it was after the mansion and you saw him there. That's when he would end up in the Crumbling Pharaoh Missoula. And that's when his quest line came to an end. But I mean, it was so. I I personally could not play the game because I'm not that coordinated anymore. But I watched when Gabs played through it, and she nearly cried at the end of it. That's how I remember the quest line so vividly. Um, I have tried to play it several times. I just never get far. I kind of lack the rhythm to play, and it's just it takes a lot out of me sometimes. So I I elect to paint miniatures instead. But tomorrow, Wednesday, not tomorrow, Wednesday, next stream will be Board Game Wednesday, in which we'll focus on board game type things. That's what's in my box right now to wrap up. I might do the Warrior. What's funny is that Elden Ring is probably the chillest of all Souls games. It's just the mental block and expectations of it. Um, did you watch the Calbot animations ever? Of his Elden Ring playthrough? Yeah. I'm liking that yellow a lot better. He does 1 minute shorts of Elden Ring of video gameplay. He finally finished up. That's right. I was also painting his arms. I forgot. Um, but he finally finished the game. And it's hilarious to watch his progression go through it. Calbot? Calbot. I believe that's what it is. He did World of Warcraft stuff. He's done all kinds of. His videos were freaking hilarious. And I would cry watching them sometimes. I was watching one of Day 9 streams and he was mentioned there, and I went and looked him up and could not stop laughing. I'm like, that seems about right. Yes. Yes. Where he's like, hey guys. And he's like, oh, we're going to go check out this dungeon. And all of a sudden, the next thing you know, he's like, just getting dumpstered in the dungeon, and like him and his friends are like crying and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's one of the more interesting shorts to watch. Jace the faces. You're off cooldown. I gotta do that too. Welcome in. How are you? If you're not, give Lady Roses a follow. She's amazing. She streams Tuesday, Thursday, or she's streaming Wednesday, Thursdays. I can't remember now. She switched up her days a little bit. Hopefully it's Tuesday, Thursday. Um, she streams with us on Saturdays, and we do stay in frame as well. But How you doing, Jace? I, sir, understand your sentiment. I, too, did the work thing today, but stuffing my face with chicken and rice and having chips was worth it. Hashtag worth. Oh, I can grab that really quick. On Saturdays and on Fridays and Saturdays, Grave, I will paint this guy. I am working on him as a Reapercon entry. A lot of the non-metallic gold recipes that I've worked out through various things. I need to clean up his sword hilt and do a lot of work on the base. I'm struggling a lot with my steel. Uh, the goal is to be done with him by the end of the month, and then I'm going to start on another entry. I usually work on him Fridays and Saturdays, just because he's such a large piece, and working on him in one sitting is a far more manageable thing than splitting him up in pieces. So. Ba, ba. Also, have you seen Ginger Beef, Jace? I haven't seen him in a while. I'm just making sure he's okay. Okay. I haven't seen Mrs. G in a while either. Could be that maybe he turkey called one too many times. Um, honestly, yes. So I usually stream for about 2 hours every night. 2 hours Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Or Monday, Wednesday, Sundays, 2 hours at a pop. Saturdays and Fridays tend to be longer streams because I don't have to work in the morning. Um, so those tend to go to 4 to 5 hours. Uh, so what you're saying is he green flagged himself and went to Disneyland and didn't invite us. That's what I heard, Jace. So when I have the extended streaming times, I tend to work on larger projects. Then when I'm working on shorter, not 2 hours, I try to stay focused on one or two things for a figure and a miniature. And go from there. Okay. We'll just harass him when he gets back. Um, as we should. But I was just more making sure he's all right. Oh, I am missing a light. was like, man, things are extra dark today on stream. And it's because I forgot to turn the freaking light on. Goofball. No mana should be back anytime now. uh, apparently, a weird understanding of how I do my job. I squeeze out a very small dollop of paint, and then I try to mix underneath that what I'm doing, so I remember what I was mixing when I was doing it. And then apparently I've pleased some eldritch god that makes him help me keep it clean. Well, for that, what I do is I go dark to light. So I know that this guy here is blue, red, and yellow mixed together on this color for my base of the bone. Add more yellow. This is all bad right now and doesn't matter. But this is red and black, and then I just kind of mix down that way. It helps to work down rather than work left or right. I mean, if I wanted to, I could do the same thing, go down this way and just work my way right. But I find it's more room this way. I've definitely had the Jackson Pollock moments. Do not think I've never done that. I've definitely Jackson Pollock my palette before. We have ads starting soon. 1, 2. Nailed it. First try. Uh, to your point, Grave. So I have these three pokey tools from Reaper. One was for buying a bunch of stuff one time. One was a Reaper Con, which is a skull with a uh, bandana on it. And then this one was for answering something in Clever Crow's studio correctly. Yeah. They live in a little box next to me at all times for that exact reason. Because I've gotten paint sometimes that just do not want to come out. Therefore, I stab it. So, but I have the T-pins. I've had all kinds of stuff ready to poke something. It's like, it's not coming out. Son of a biscuit. Give it a poke. All right. That works too, Jess. You probably bought the same one I did, which was the Master Series airbrush. That was the Amazon special for like $50. You get 3 airbrushes and a compressor. Oh, that thing was a workhorse, man. That thing's a workhorse. There's nothing wrong with that one. Some of you are like, well, it's just not good. That thing is a beast. Fix some of my thing. I used that airbrush for, oh god, so many freaking years. It wasn't until the last year of ReaperCon that I bought the Reaper Vex airbrush. And then that thing has been a beast as well. My assistant says woke up. Yeah. Yeah. I so the Master Series is the Amazon is the only one you can find on Amazon, or you can find the Iwatas. Iwata isn't bad. It's just when you're first learning to airbrush and all that, it's like, good, I really want to spend 100 some plus dollars on an airbrush. Sweetie, stay over there. I found an effective cat block for my desk. You okay? You're okay. Where did your thing go? Oh, I don't know what you did with it, sweetie. And for you, Grave, that is my cat, Catra. She is our channel mascot and resident eater of treats. It is a Chibi Skeleton from Chimera. During one of their Kickstarters, they were running specials and including them as reward bonuses. So I backed the Tenbray twice, so I have two of them. Our next chibi that we work on for this single pigment color kind of deal will be more than likely Astaria. Oh, that is glued on there. I was dumb. But she'll probably be next. Simply because I have the large panels of non-metallic metal I can work on. And I'm going to swap out the color palette. And it's, I mean, because if I swap the palette out, I'm going to have a warm yellow and a warm or cold yellow, probably cold yellow. And it'll be a little bit different in mixing up the paint and getting the metallic the way I want it. I like his steel. It's just, thank you for that. It means a lot. And I like his steel. I don't know. I've had troubles replicating it. I think it's just the scale of which I'm trying to work on sometimes. I'm just like, oh, okay. So sometimes I kind of accept the way that it is. And that's it. And sometimes I push myself up. It just depends. Yeah, I'm running out of things to have in my little chibi bin. Or my little single paint bin. Because I do have this tortoise that I've been toying with doing something as well. We'll see. I have a lot of things primed. Actually, no. Starting to run low on primed things. I'm a biscuit. Dang it, I'm gonna have to clean up a bunch of crap and prime it again. Yeah. Mm. Oh, I need to ask Avila that question if she's still about kicking around. Um, mm, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Welcome back, No Mana. Thanks. Thank you for the. But thank you for lurking in the background so long, sir. You have a great night's rest. We shall see you soon. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, I moved the fan slightly over so it would stop shaking the camera, and she's a little bit deterred to get jump over on the desk. Yeah, I wouldn't be either. I think it was Studio J7 rated in, and Katra decided to go bonkers as well. Careful, careful. So, um, because I'm a little bit of a smaller streamer, I have just a laptop on my desk here. And there's plans to either swap it out for a proper tower, monitors at some point. Um, but I have just this laptop, and I had gotten this mini air duster out. Okay. I'd gotten this thing out, and I hadn't even pointed it at her. I kind of turned it on. Um, and she decided to scale backwards over my monitor as an escape route. So she goes up over the laptop, turning it all on its back. Needless to say, I was not happy. Now, now he wants to. Now she wants to play with it. Cat, I swear sometimes you make me wonder many a things in my life. Ah, yeah. That's kind of what I did. I took one of the spare bedrooms that I had in my house. Said, well, that's not my streaming room. So that's all it is up here. It's a busy house. But I mean, that's not uncommon for some of us to start that way. All right. Um, he's back Blue Jim. All good. We all have them, my friend. Bad brain days exist. Nope, it does not. As a matter of fact, it keeps going. No matter what we do. No matter what we do. I wish there was a way to make it stop. Unfortunately, I have not found that way yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They want to take the samples and test. Could they do it all in one go, or? Hmm. Not good. Ah, yeah. That's that's the one part about healthcare I wish they would figure out and get squared away. Uh, kind of not feeling him anymore. Uh, face looks fine. I kind of like where he's at all over across the board, and I kind of want to call him done. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slide him to the side for now. Yeah. So we'll do swords. More swords. We need lots of swords. I need a way bigger brush. This will be fun. Well, I figured since I got my phthalo blue out anyway, I got a little bit of this black. I want to make this piece blue. Or much more bluer than it is. Make sure he sends you the license you need. It still drives me up the makes me laugh, no man. uh, do you have a right to bear arms as you're American? No mana is a sword stealer. Well, has a license to carry, and than others. Um, and he was acquiring a new sharp, pointy thing. Apparently, his license. He was calling and looking for his license one day, and couldn't find his phone number that he last had it to, or something, if I remember correctly. Well, if he attends the as a vendor at the medieval festival, do we just need to put a no purchase on your uh a no purchase on your account and be like, he's not allowed to buy anything at this event if he goes? Because we know you're definitely going to buy everything under the sun then. You'll literally need a bag of holding. Sounds like an invitation for wine. Maybe not, because he might try to sell you something. Sounds like a good dealer. Not to make my experiment fair and not futile, I'm going to base all of the things that I want to be steel black. Mm-hmm. You were mentioning that last time because you kind of wanted to see if someone would actually try to steal from them. You're good. You're good. I'm remembering the story to share in the joys of it because that is something I would be interested as well. It reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist when was fighting somebody. He's like, "Oh, are they fighting someone like you?" Well, that guy usually spars with me, so good luck. She'd remember. Um, Blues, Grace. But he does have hard flicks there. There was one of the episodes I remember where they were first finding the original, one of the early circles that was left behind. Hadn't made the deduction about something, and they were fighting two people that had similar relationships of being souls trapped in Construct's body. Mm. Ed said something offhanded. The guy said something offhanded. He's like, me and my brother spar all the time, and we're fine. Sounds like a solid plan. and buy her favorite cup. I mean, I think the priority for the bigger cup would be better for you, Anna. How many marbles is left? Aw. Aw. Small crowbar on sale. Tell me the story about this one. Ah. I have to be in office tomorrow, unfortunately. When I have to be in office, I need to be disciplined about being there. I think, no. My question session is next week. So, the only time I really need to be in the office is next week. But I am late on work, and I should make an appearance as much as I can to make sure that I do not get terminated for being late on work. Yeah. I don't, I mean, I had a moment at the end of the day, so I was like, oh, you know what? Be chill day. The question is, do we go right into our friend Chimera, who's always fun to see what he's up to? Or do we go see our friend My Mini Marbles, who does support me quite a bit? Yeah, that's why. I mean, you're always going to be here. It's just, um, I like the consistency in my schedule. The downside is that I don't get to stream as long as many other people because I have to work. I have to pay for the thing that pays for the stream right now. And I always know no man is going to come and hang out with me. As long as I keep painting swords. He's okay with a couple of maces every now and then. But swords are a must. No clubs. we know what he's about. No man is all about them swords. No clubs. She's been kind of chill recently. Um, she's been pretty chill today. She did hang out with me for a little bit, but that's about the extent of her hangout with me. Um, so when I work on the Galen figure, I'm gonna go Warhammer with him. I know, I know what you're talking about. Warhammer, that Warhammer. Um, I've I have options with him to do something not a Warhammer, but I believe I'm going to stick to the Warhammer. Just because I'll find it so much easier to paint. Or since I have the Chibi figure, I want them to match. So. Hams of war. We must smash the things. Oh, I forgot to mention. The creator of the Puss in Boots figure liked one of my Instagram posts. Good ham is always good. And if it's not good, you just turn it into a sandwich and it's okay then. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't. Because if you say that, I'm going to have to find a Cuban and eat one. And then get weird stares for not ordering mustard on my Cuban. So a Cuban is a delicious sandwich no matter what you do. It's usually got roasted pork on there, ham, and then they put some of the roastings in there so you get the mojo marinade as a sauce on the side and sometimes in the sandwich as well. It's traditionally done with a mustard and one long pickle. What really helps make a Cuban is the Cuban bread when it's pressed like a panini and it's grilled in a stiff, chewy, lovable bread. Because you see it and it's got that long cut down it and it's just delicious. Because you get everything together. You get the pickle, the ham, the pork, and then the cheese that's in there as well. It's delicious. And if anybody says it's wrong, I would like to fight them. I may need to borrow a sword. I know. So we're going to go see the most amazing My Many Marvels. He's doing comic book painting, and he's painting what looks like Phoenix from X-Men. He's doing a bang up job. He's a really talented painter and amazing. I really like seeing his work. So we're going to go say hi to him and spread the love. Thank you all for taking care, hanging out with me. I shall return on Wednesday, and we will do either more Elden Ring or we'll do the one Borderlands guy. We'll see. Have a great day.